Hey everybody, what's going on? Check it out. Yeah, shifter. There's no shifter in the middle of the floor. Kind of weird having all that space right there. Yeah, automatic truck. Brand new 2015 Cascadia Evolution. 24,497 miles on the truck. So, yeah, you can see the dash is a little different. And they got this grab handle. That's new. The older trucks didn't have that. And other than that, I mean, Qualcomm's right there. You know, seat. I mean, the bunk. You know, the bunk is the bunk. Nothing spectacular about that. The bunk hasn't really changed. I think there's more power outlets in this one than the older ones. I could be wrong. But, yeah. So other than that, that's about it. But I'm gonna do a full review on this truck and this transmission. So I'll be back with you. Okay, guys. Well, before I forget, I forgot to say it a little bit earlier. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Hope everybody's being safe out there. If you're messing with fireworks, you know, don't need anybody going to the hospital or blowing an arm or a foot off. So check this out, man. I was wondering why my glasses are all screwed up all day long. Look at that, man. Look. Ah, they're freaking busted. So I gotta get a new pair. I don't know how that happened. I thought they felt goofy all day. So, anyway. But yeah, man, this video is actually not the video I intended to do today, because I wasn't expecting to get a brand new truck. So, we're gonna do a review of the truck. It's a 2015 Freightliner Cascadia Evolution with an automatic transmission, as you saw. I believe it's the DT-12. It's a 12-speed. And it's just weird because I ended up in like 20 miles an hour at 9th gear, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, holy shit. But, yeah, I didn't not thinking that it's a 12-speed. So that kind of, once I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Because they're geared differently. So, anyway, as far as the truck itself, differences between an automatic truck and a manual. When you're bobtailing, there's a world of difference between the trucks. This truck, I mean, you almost have to feather the gas because when it shifts, it's really jerky when you're not under a trailer. You know, it's really, really jerky, and it's very, very sensitive. Actually, before I forget, too, one of the other features, I know I showed you the dash earlier, but the mirrors on this truck are a little different too. It's like they're like fatter and they're like more sloped, if you want to say that. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the mirrors. But yeah, when you're bobtailing, it is very, very, very sensitive. And it's actually funny because I jumped out of the truck. I set the brake and I jumped out of the truck and I forgot to put it back in neutral. And eventually, the truck neutrals itself out. But, yeah, man, it's just weird because I'm so used to the shifter in the center. And, but, yeah, it's very touchy. The other thing is, it's almost, when you're going down the highway, and I don't know if all the automatics are like this because this is the first automatic truck I've driven since 2009. But when you're going down the highway and you got the cruise on, if you're kind of like coasting, it goes into what it's called Econo-Mode, or Econ. And the RPM drops way down. It drops down to like maybe 500 RPM, like it's just idling, like you're coasting. And then whenever you start to come back up a grade, it actually, you know, it bumps the RPM up and shifts it back into gear. And actually, too, one of the cool things is it'll actually, when you use the cruise, it automatically uses the jake brake. And one thing I don't like is, maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know, but when you turn the, when you're not using cruise, you're just driving, and you turn the jake brake on, it just RPM go through the roof. You know, even if you turn it on the lowest setting. So, no, that's kind of something I don't like. You know, I really don't like that. The other thing is if you're coming to a stop, and it's going to go through its progression of gears. You know, it's not like you can just slow down and you manually shift the truck like you normally would. When it's going through its progression of gears, like if you're coming up to a red light, but say the light turns green before you ever get there, it actually it's almost like sometimes you get caught in between gears, and then the RPM flares and it bangs into gear. So, you know, that's kind of another thing I don't really care for. And also, when you're backing up underneath of a trailer to hook up, holy cow. I mean, it's like you don't feel like you have as much control as you do with a clutch. You know, like you can't, there's no balance there. And actually, speaking of clutch all day long, man, I've been reaching for the clutch all day, and I've been reaching for the shifter to put sometimes I'll rest my hand on there to do something or whatever, and the shifter's gone. So, but yeah, man, it's weird. It's really weird. It definitely takes some getting used to. Like I said, hooking up to a trailer, and just the way that it shifts when you're bobtailing, when there's no weight on it. And the other thing, they have what they call creep mode, CREEP, creep. And basically what that is like, if you're going to pull out somewhere and you just want to pull out slow, like if you're pulling out of a truck stop, pulling out of a parking spot, you just lightly touch the gas, and then you take your foot off and it just creeps. Same thing when you're backing into a dock. It's not like the old automatics that I remember where you kind of had to 2-foot it because it would just kind of not move or it would get away from you. They have creep mode in reverse too, but like if you're on a hill, it's almost like you have to hold down on the throttle because the truck doesn't. Creep mode seems like it doesn't give it enough power to push it, like if you have to go over and down, like down into a slope if the dock's tilted. So I don't know. That's kind of weird too. But overall, performance-wise, it rides really nice. It's kind of nice going in the city, you know, not having to worry about shifting gears and all that shit. That's really nice. I really like that part. But overall, I mean, you will get better fuel economy with an automatic truck. There's no doubt about that, because that computer is more precise, as Jeffery mentioned in his video the other day. That computer is more precise than a human could ever be. So, but yeah, I mean, I still like the control in the manual. I like to feel like I have, you know, more say in what the truck does, I guess, is a good way to put it. So, all in all, though, I mean, it's a nice truck. It rides nice. You know, the automatic is just something you got to get used to. You know, I mean, obviously, I don't have a keep truck. I have to slip seat, so I may get another one of these in the future. It may be 5 months before I get another one. You know, it's hard to tell, but yeah, I don't think I missed anything, man. If you guys got any questions on the new Cascadia Evolution, the automatic shifter, I mean, you can feel free to email me at helpwithtrucking@hotmail.com. I'll put the link in the box. And this actually wasn't the video I was going to do today. I wanted to do something different, but, you know, I didn't expect to get in this truck. So I guess it's kind of cool. Unexpected surprise. So, but yeah, feel free to email me with any questions or comments about this video. For something you want to see, let me know. Just a real quick shout out again to Dumptruck Bob and Jeffery L. Check their channels out. I'll put their links in the box. And I guess that's about it for today. So yeah, unexpected surprise here with this video. So everybody be good, be safe, be smart, and we'll see you down the road later on.